Hello everyone. I hope you are safe and aware about this crisis. First of all, welcome to class 10. One of the most important milestone to be achieved in your life, and I think you are mentally ready to accept the challenge and to accelerate your study and to do something special. Dear students, you have to make one classwork copy and one homework copy in geography. According to NCERT Geography, there are 7 chapters. Out of these 7 chapters, chapter 2, that means forest and wildlife, and chapter 3, water resources, are not included for the board examination. Only project and map work will be given for internal assessment, or maximum from chapter 3, 1 or 2 map work may come in the board exam. That means chapter 2 and 3 will not be included. Chapter 2 and 3, these are not included for board written exam. These are only included for project and map work, and these project and map work will be taken in the internal assessment in school campus. So students, you have to read and prepare class notes on chapter 1. The name is resources and development, and this chapter 1 already you have read, and that is in class 8. Some differences, some extra knowledge you will gain here. Otherwise 90% topics and 90% materials are same like 8 class. Chapter 4, that is agriculture. After chapter 1, we have jumped to chapter 4, 2 and 3. These are not included for class notes and written exam. Now chapter 5, it is about minerals and energy resources. This is also already read by you in 8th class. Chapter 6, manufacturing industries, and chapter 7, lifelines of national economy. In easy way, if I'll tell, chapter 7 means it is transportation and communication. So clear student, I have given you a short and very brief, that is description of the chapters and their summary. So chapter 1 we'll read here, that is what, resources and development. Chapter 4, that is about agriculture. Chapter 5, that is about mineral and energy resources. Chapter 6 about industries, and chapter 7 about lifelines. Here I have told 2 lifelines mainly, that is transport and communication. So let's begin, student. Dear students, if we first of all if we want to exist and survive in this world, we need something. Something means what? What we need to exist and to survive in this world? We need 3 basic things. Who are they? That is food, shelter and clothes. These are called as basic needs. Why? Because we have to survive and we have to exist in this world. Clear? So needs and demands. What type of needs I have told? 3 basic needs are there: food, shelter and clothes. Except these 3 basic needs, there are other needs also, like oxygen, like water, like soil. These are also called as needs. We have to fulfill our needs. How? By our own deeds. Deeds means what? Our activities, our functions, our work, using our knowledge, using our technology, using our money, etc. These things which we need for our existence or for our survival, these things are called as what? Resources. Take a look. The first word of this chapter I have already mentioned here. So what is called as resource? Resource means the things which we need for our existence or survival. What type of things? It may be food, it may be shelter, it may be clothes, it may be oxygen, water, soil. All of them are called as what? resources. Now students, let us discuss about the term that is resource. What is called as resource? What do you mean by resource? So resource means three things you have to remember. It is available in our environment. Any type of resource, if whatever the name you can put up, whatever the name, it is available where? In our environment. It may be physical environment, it may be human environment. There are mainly two environment present: physical environment, which is mainly controlled by nature, and man-made environment or human, which is controlled by human beings. So whatever the resource, whatever the name you can find out, all resources are available where? In our environment. Second point you have to remember, it is natural. It is natural. Natural means what? Made by nature or natural process, as well as it is also man-made. It may be natural, it may be man-made. Clear? That means made by nature or made by human beings. Natural resource, as for example, wind, water, soil, these are made by nature. But when it is for man-made, then the example is like building. Building is made by us, like roads, like railways, these are made by whom? Made by us. So it is man-made resource. Now come to the third number, it fulfills our needs, not greeds. I have already mentioned in the previous slide that the things which helps to survive, the things which help to exist in this world and which helps to satisfy our needs, not greeds. So needs means what? Food, shelter, clothes, and also oxygen, water, soil, like them. But when you are telling that is greeds, greed has no limit. Needs has limit, but greed has no limit. Clear? So these are the 3 points. It is available in our environment. It is natural as well as man-made. It fulfills our needs, not greeds. Complete. But when you are thinking about to fulfill your greeds, then this resource will be exploited, this resource will be finished, and your future generation is going to face a huge problem. Remember this thing. Clear? Resource is for your needs, not for your greeds. Now come to the next topic, students. Definition of resources. There are 3 definitions present. One by one we will discuss. First definition. So what is the first definition? Everything. Take a look. The first word. What is written? Everything. There is not written something. There is not written anything. It is written everything available in our environment. I have already told environment means 2 types of environment: physical and human environment. So everything available in environment which can be used to satisfy our needs are called as resources. Everything is clear here? That means the things which are available in an environment and also which can satisfy our needs, which can satisfy. One thing is available in our environment but it cannot be used to satisfy our needs, then it will never be called as resource. 2 things you have to complete. If anything wants to become a resource, it has to complete 2 criteria. One criteria, that is what? That it is available in environment, and second thing, that is what? It satisfies our needs. When it has this capacity to fulfill our needs, then this thing will be called as resource. Otherwise this thing will be called as what? Neutral stuff. What will be the name? Neutral stuff. Clear? So when anything is fulfilling our needs, then it is called as resource. When anything is not fulfilling our needs but it is available in environment, then it is called as what? It is called as neutral stuff. Now come to the next. Second definition. Second definition is a little bit difficult, so we will discuss it carefully and we will discuss it sincerely. It is technologically accessible. First criteria, what is technologically accessible? So what is the meaning of this technologically accessible? Meaning is that whatever the technology human beings have already developed, with the help of this technology, if With the help of this technology, if we can extract, if we can use this resource properly, use this thing properly, then it is called as technologically accessible. That means think India is not well developed country. If we compare with Japan, there is huge difference present in technological development, technological advancement. So whatever the technology India has, if India can use this technology to extract anything and to use this thing for our needs, then it is called as technologically accessible. Second number is economically feasible. That means what? When anything will be called as resource, when you can purchase this thing, when you can afford this thing with the help of your money, and when you can use this thing with the help of your money. That means it must be economically affordable. Your money power has that type of affordability that you can take it, you can purchase it, and you can use it. Then it will be called as economically feasible. And third one is called as what? Culturally acceptable. The thing which you want to use, it must be accepted by your culture. If your culture does not permit, no, it is not permitted in our culture, in our religion, in your tradition, then it is not possible to become a resource. Clear? So again I am telling, so what is the meaning of technologically accessible? That means that whatever the technology you have, if you can extract anything from the nature storehouse with the help of this available technology, and also if you can use this thing as a resource, then it is called as technologically accessible. Second number is economically feasible. What is the meaning of this? That means the affordability. If you can afford it with the help of your money, then it is called as resource. If you cannot afford it, you cannot use it, then it cannot be called as resource. Understand? And third number is what? Culturally acceptable. That means whatever the thing you are going to use, if your culture does not permit to use, then you cannot use it, and when you cannot use it, then this thing will not be called as a resource. Understand? So three things are there. Technologically accessible, that means whatever the technology you have, this technology will help you to collect and to use this thing. And whatever the money power you have, and this money will help you to use this thing. And if your culture will permit to use this thing, then this thing will be called as resource. These three criteria you have to fulfill: technologically accessible, economically feasible, and culturally acceptable. If any problem you will face to understand, we will send one query link also. At that time you will put up your query and I will try to solve your problem again. Now come to the next. Now third definition, it is given by whom? That is Zimmerman, one economist, famous economist. And what he had given to us, the term resource does not refer to a thing or substance, but to the function of that thing. That means if you are thinking that that is petroleum. Petroleum is a resource. As we know, it is a resource, it helps to fulfill our needs. But if I will tell you one example, that petroleum in Arabian Sea, which we have already started to extract, which we have already started to use, this is called as what? Resource. Petroleum of Arabian Sea. But when we are talking about petroleum of Antarctica, it is not called as a resource. Why? Because this petroleum is not in use till now. We have discovered, we came to know about its existence, but till now not started to use. That's why the petroleum of Antarctica is called as what? Neutral stuff. It is not called as resource. Clear, student? So that is the meaning, that when you are thinking about resource, you should think about which thing. The important topic is, it is doing something for you or not. it is fulfilling your needs or not. No need to search that it is what type of thing, it is biotic or abiotic, it is man-made or natural. No need to search about this type of thing. It is very, that is minor thing. What you have to search, it is doing some function or not, it is fulfilling your needs or not. If anything is fulfilling your needs, if anything is satisfying your demands and needs, then it is called as resource. Whatever the thing it is, it may be man-made, it may be natural, it may be biotic, it may be abiotic, it is not the matter of concern. The matter of concern is what, that you have to find out it is doing the work for you or not, it is fulfilling your needs or not. It is the meaning of this third definition. Clear, student? Now come to the next topic. I have already told this thing is here. Example to understand resource. Dear student, as we know, petroleum is a resource, but students, do you know that petroleum available in Arabian Sea is a resource, but petroleum available in Antarctica is not a resource. I have already told that Arabian Sea, here also petroleum present, Antarctica, here also petroleum present, but which one is resource? The petroleum which is extracted by our technology, which is accepted by your culture, and also which is affordable, according to our money power. That means it is fulfilling our needs. Which petroleum is fulfilling our needs? The petroleum of Arabian Sea. So it is called as what? Resource. But petroleum of Antarctica is not called as resource. Why? Because it is not in use till now. So it is not called as resource. It is called as what? Neutral stuff. Clear? Everything is clear, student? Now come to the next. So I am giving some work to do to clear your doubt, to know that what type of knowledge you have acquired, what type of knowledge you have gathered till now. So coal is used to generate electricity. What type of resource? Coal is remaining in the lithosphere but not extracted. Is it a resource or it is another type of thing? Coal was used yesterday but today not in use, but tomorrow it will be used again. It is a resource or not? You have to decide and you have to write. Till now coal is not in use, but in the coming days it will be used. It is resource or neutral stuff, that you have to decide. Clear? So what is the question? 4 situations are given. Now you have to decide. Dear students, in left side column I have given 4 types of situations of use of coal. Now you have to decide which one is resource and which one is neutral stuff. Do this work in homework copy, and next day I will tell you the answer. Everything is clear, student? Now let us move to the next. Think and decide. Are resources the gifts of nature? First question. So what is the first question? Are resources the gifts of nature? That means resources are just gifted. By whom? By the nature. We are just taking this gift and we are opening the packet and we are just using it. We are not doing anything. We are just using the gift which is given by nature. Is it so? Is it like that? Or another, that is, are resources the function of human beings? That means resources are being created, resources are being extracted, resources are being converted by whom? By our technology, by our knowledge, by our activity, by our institutions. What is the right thing? You have to decide which one is correct. That resources are gifted by nature, we are just using it, or resources are created, resources are converted, resources are extracted by us, by our technology, by our knowledge. Which one is right? You have to decide. Think and decide. Then next slide. Now you have already decided. You keep your decision. I am telling my decision. Dear students, always remember one thing: resources are not the free gifts of nature. So from this first line you can easily tell the answer which one is right. The second question or second point is right. That means resources are not the free gifts of nature, it is the function of human beings. Clear? So when you will do your job, when you will go to the nature, when you will extract the thing, when you will convert this thing for your use, then this thing will be called as resource. Before your use, this thing will never be called as resource. Before your use, it will be called as what? it will be called as neutral stuff. Clear? So what is the meaning of this line? Resources are not the free gifts of nature. That means resources are not gifted by the nature. Resources are created by human efforts. Resources are created by whom? Our efforts. We are doing so many things with the help of technology and institutions. Just again repeat the example. So which petroleum is called as resource? The petroleum which is available in Arabian Sea. Why? Because it is extracted by whom? By us, human efforts. It is used by whom? By us, human efforts. So it is called as resource. But why petroleum or Antarctica is not a resource? Because it is not extracted by us, no human efforts. It is not used by us, no human efforts. That's why it is not called as a resource. So what is the conclusion? Conclusion is resources are not gifted by nature. Resources are the function of human activities, human functions. Clear? Now come to the next. So how resources are being formed? By this triangle. This triangle is very popular. In your NCERT book is also given. So let us find out what is the meaning of this triangle. This triangle has 3 corner and also 1 center, middle point. So in 3 corners are occupied by whom? Top one, that is physical environment, that means nature. It is the storehouse of anything. And left corner is occupied by technology, which is developed by us means human beings, and institutions like that is, it is the place where things are being converted into resource, like thermal power stations, like industries. These are the places called as institutions. Clear? And in the middle of this triangle, which is located? Human beings. Now the question that why human beings are in the middle? Because already we have discussed and we have decided in the previous slide that human beings are doing something, human beings are doing some function. That's why resources are being created. That's why human beings are in the middle. We will find out again here also. So if you'll see that how resources are being formed, human beings at first developing which thing? Technology. Then this technology, with the help of this technology, human beings gone to whom? Gone to the nature. It is the storehouse of anything. Then from this storehouse, human beings collect which thing? That is the thing, neutral stuff, not resource. Again I am telling, human beings at first develop technology. Then with the help of this technology, human beings are going to whom? Going to the nature. It is the storehouse of anything, storehouse of everything. And from this nature, human beings collect a thing, a substance. It is not resource, a thing or substance, which is called as neutral stuff. Why this thing is called as neutral stuff? Because it does not have any function. It is not doing anything for us till now. And then this extracted thing will be taken to whom? To the institutions like thermal power station, like industry, and then this thing will be converted into usable thing. What type of thing? Usable, useful thing. And then we will start to use this thing. Then this thing will be named as what? Resource. Take a look. Human beings at first develop technology, then going to whom? Nature, to collect which thing? Neutral stuff, simple thing, substance. Then this thing or neutral stuff taken to which place? Institution. Then with this neutral stuff is converted into useful or usable thing. Then this thing is satisfying our needs, and then this thing name is changed, and then it is called as what? Resource. Clear? So when neutral stuff is being used by us, satisfying our needs, then it is called as resource. Clear? So this is the diagram which is indicating resource formation. Now come to the next. So by one example, again I have tried to discuss the meaning of this triangle. So what is the first thing? That human beings develop technology. Technology to which thing? To extract the coal. So we have developed the technology that we have decided I will extract the coal. So I have developed that type of technology, digging machines or that type of technology which are required to extract the coal. Then we have gone to which place? Nature. Then we are knocking the door of the nature, and then we are collecting the things as a neutral stuff. What is the neutral stuff here? Coal. Why the coal is called as neutral stuff here? Because it is not in use till now. We have extracted coal from the nature as a neutral stuff, then we have taken this coal to which place? Institution like thermal power station. So how coal will be used in this thermal power station? We will burn it and we will generate electricity, and when this coal will be burned and generate the electricity, then this coal is satisfying our needs of which thing? Energy. Needs of which thing? Electricity. That's why after that coal will be called as what? Resource. Understand? So human beings developed the technology to extract the coal, then gone to whom? Gone to the nature storehouse, extract the coal. At that time coal is called as what? Neutral stuff. Then this neutral stuff taken to which place? Institutions. Then this coal is used to generate the electricity, and then this electricity is satisfying our needs, and after that coal will be called as what? Resource. This is the resource forming process. Clear? Now come to the next. This is already discussed, why human beings are in the center, that is already told. Now come to the next. So with this triangle, one more thing we can decide, that resources are not free gifts of nature. Already we have discussed in previous slides also. Now here also again you can come to the conclusion that resources are not free gifts of nature. How can you prove by this triangle? Take a look. Human beings develop technology. Human beings gone to which place? Nature storehouse. Human beings collecting which thing? Neutral stuff from home? Nature storehouse. Then human beings converting neutral stuff into resources at which place? Institution. Institutions are developed by whom? Human beings. Everywhere who is playing the important role? Human beings. How? Human beings develop technology. So technology is developed by whom? Human beings. Human beings gone to the nature storehouse. That means who is going? Human beings, and developing and extracting the thing. Here who is extracting? Human beings. Then these things are converted into resource which place? Institutions, and institutions are developed by whom? Human beings. So everywhere who is playing the important role? Human beings. That's why this statement is correct. Resources are not free gifts of nature. Nature is not giving the resources as a gift. These are the function of human beings. We are doing so many work. It may be developing technology, it may be extracting the things from the nature storehouse, it may be converting the things into resources in the institutions. Everywhere we are doing so many things. So that's why resources are not free gifts of nature. These are the functions of human beings. That means without human efforts everything is neutral stuff, no function. Now come to the next. Types of resources. According to NCERT book, so resources are mainly of two types, natural and human. Natural means what? It is made by nature, and human means it is human beings own self, and also the man-made things. Clear? So natural means made by nature, and human resources means human beings own selves. We are also resource in this human resource, and also our structures, like we are making roads, we are making railways, we are making buildings. These are also human resource, but these are called as man-made resource. Clear? So first of all, natural resource. Natural resources are of two types, renewable and non-renewable. Renewable means what? Already you have read in 8th class. Renewable, which can be renewed, and which can be reproduced, which can be used again and again. These are called as renewable. That means these are unlimited, that is not going to be finished in the coming days. That is called as renewable. And non-renewable means what? Which cannot be renewed, which cannot be reproduced, which cannot be regenerated, which cannot be used again and again, and it is limited, and also that is what? It is going to be finished in the coming days. That is called as non-renewable. Again, renewable is of two types, continuous or flow resources. Continuous means what? There is no interruption in the availability of this type of resource, like wind. Till the survival of the earth, till the existence of the earth, we will get the wind. There is no doubt. That's why wind is called as what? Continuous or flow renewable resource. That means what? Continuously you will get this type of resource, solar energy. There is no doubt that till the existence or survival of the earth we are going to, or we will get the solar energy. So that's why it is called as continuous or flow resource. Another renewable resource present which is called as biological. Biological means what? Bio means life, it is related to life. That means biological means flora and fauna. Flora means plant community and fauna means animal community. What is the difference between continuous and biological? Biological renewable resources can be, that is finished, can be that is vanished, can be extincted from the world, from the earth. Like if we are doing deforestation, then the number of trees will decrease, and also some species of the plants will extinct from this world. So many plant species already extincted from this world. That is the meaning, and that's why it is not continuous, it is not flow, because it can be finished, it can be extincted. That's why it is in different category, that is biological. Like flora, like fauna also, animal also. If you are doing hunting, if you are doing killing of animals, then also so many animal species may extincted. Already so many animal species extincted from this world. That's why it is called as biological. That means it may be finished, but with the help of human efforts we can again regenerate, if you will do the if you will give the proper efforts. Then now come to the next, that is called as non-renewable resource. So non-renewable again is of two types. Recyclable, that means which can be recycled, like metallic minerals, like metals, and non-recyclable means which cannot be recycled, like coal. If you burn the coal in the thermal power station, you cannot recycle it. But when you are using one iron made things, again you can recycle this iron made things into different type of thing. That is the difference. Recyclable, you can recycle it. Metallic things, metals, you can recycle it, but non-recyclable means you cannot recycle them, like coal, petroleum. One time you have used, that means it is over, you cannot recycle them. But metallic things like iron made things, like copper made things, you can recycle them, you can give them a new form. That is the difference, recyclable and non-recyclable. Now come to the next, human resource. Human resource has two divisions. One, that is structure and institution. Structure and institutions means these are man-made resources, like industries, like roads, railways, buildings, apartments, schools, hospitals. These are called as man-made resources, we have made it. Another, that is quality and quantity. Quality means our knowledge, our intelligence, and quantity means our number. These are also resources. Quantity, quality, these are human resources, and structure, institutions, these are called as man-made resources. So I have given in detailed description also in the next slide. Take a look. First slide is here about natural resources made by nature or natural processes. Here example given. Then that is types of resources, then types of, again that is man-made resources. Like that all examples are given. So that's all for today, and in the next class we will discuss, that is this one, that is classification of resources on the basis of origin, on the basis of exhaustibility, on the basis of ownership, and on the basis of development. Today we will not discuss about this one. So this topic, that is classification of resources on the basis of origin, exhaustibility, ownership, and development, these things will be discussed in the next class. Till then, that's all for today, and I hope you have understood. If you have any query, if you have any problem, if you have any doubt, if you need any improvement in the material, if you need any improvement from my side, you feel free to contact through the proper channel. And if you have any doubt, raise the issue and I will try to solve your problem. And thanks, have a nice day.